The space-time here is unstable. The timestamp can't close the Abyss current.
Of course it couldn't be that easy.
At least we've already taken care of most of the darkness. The pressure from both sides should be substantially less.
Looks like the two of you have run into some trouble. Is there anything I can do to help?
We're trying to close this abyss current, but with this present situation...
Close the abyss current? Using that thing?
Yes. It's called a timestamp. It can pacify abyss currents opened by gray space entities and restore distorted spacetimes to their original state. At least that's what it's meant to do.
We'll discuss matters related to the seafloor abyss currents with Archon Larson later. And this intel we've gathered will be helpful to Dr. Clive's research on gray space entities. Perhaps, in the future, they'll be able to extract more useful information from it. We'll need more time before we'll be able to completely pacify this storm. I'll post a tight guard over this abyss current. No gray space entities will be allowed to cross through here. Regarding other plans, we'll decide after discussing the situation in Inners. Of course, this crisis isn't over.
This wasn't part of the plan. I'll be sure to report on your selfish...
Hey, why are you so serious all the time? Beloved sister. Everything has to be done exactly according to plan. I don't remember you being so old-fashioned. Not to mention, shouldn't you be excited to see so many old friends?
Old friends? Huh. You truly are well connected.
You two again. Come on. Well, if it isn't Sage's proudest creation.
I trust you've been well, Nemesis. And you, kid. You put up a good fight just now.
Why are you here?
Oh, you weren't expecting us? The gray space entities have done damage to more than just the Vera region. We always keep close tabs on any changes that could harm this planet. The heirs of Ida won't just sit on our hands while the gray space entities invade. We'll intervene when the time comes.
I never thought there would be anything the great executors of Hykros can't handle. Or is it that you need?
Aegis. We have a common goal now, and need to set aside our past differences. But that doesn't necessarily mean the heirs of Ida and Hykros are on the same side now.
All right. I've heard the same thing from you before. Looks like I'll have to get my kicks somewhere else. You're always so patient with those two. Looks like number one was right.
Huh. Only because you speak so much hot air around them. Our cooperation ends here. The rest you'll have to handle yourself.
Time to go.
So eager to part ways. I wanted to get in a spar. I didn't see anything too special from your end during that battle. Are you holding back? How about the young lady and I have a duel?
What a coincidence! I was thinking the same thing!
That won't work. I don't think you'll be enough on your own. Why don't the two of you come at me?
Samir, why do I always have to remind you to watch yourself?
I know.
We'll take you up next time, Samir. Even though we didn't stay here long, thank you for your hospitality.
Please?
Until next time, Nemesis. However, maybe next time it won't be a crisis.
Then, thank you.
The Sage is playing the long game. I look forward to his next move.
Long-distance space rifts are operational again. We'll head back to Meroria and report to Archon Larson on recent developments.
What will Inners do for the time being?
Reinforcements for our executors are already on their way to our outposts. I believe that Inner's safety has been secured. Fiona will protect this place. We'll discuss our plans once Archon Larson is debriefed on the situation here.
Uh-huh. And Ruby, too. We lost contact with her for so long. Surely she must be worried? We should go see her.
Indeed. It has been a while since I told her a bedtime story. I'll tell her about this place. Mr. Cowell, how has it been in Meroria?
All is well, Miss Lin, Executor, and Miss Shirley. You had a long journey.
Yes. Does Archon Larson have a moment?
Is it for reporting on the situation at Inners? Archon Larson would prefer to meet tomorrow, if it is okay. Have a good rest tonight.
That's okay. I still have some information to sort out. Please, get some rest in Miraflora Hall. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
We're back. I feel relaxed all of a sudden. So many things happened lately. Sure enough, I still
still care a great deal about the Angels of Clemency. They seem to know everything on Vera's side. How do they do it?
Revealing this without any scruples shows your confidence in it.
I care a lot about myself. Could it be... After all, they're always talking about the works of the Sage and things like that.
Don't worry. Didn't you perform a thorough check in Hykros? Everything will be okay. As I've mentioned before, they've been watching Vera. If there really are heirs of Ida forces in Vera, they would have reached here long before us. I'm sure Archon Larson and his aides will make a wise decision regarding this.
All in all, I am very happy to see the two parties united by a common goal, and I hope for the best for the future. When you put it that way, I feel a little relieved. You must be tired. Get some rest tonight.
Okay.
Welcome, honorable guests from Domain 9. I am Archon Larson of District 7.
Archon Larson, it's an honor to meet you.
Miss Lon, the Vera region and Domain 9 are both affected by gray space entities. For this, we have the same target and goal. If we are willing to share what we know, our fight against those gray space entities will be more efficient.
Can't agree more, Archon Larson. The information Vera has gathered is very important.
Based on the findings of this trip, we are now certain that the disconnection between Meroria and Inners was premeditated and carefully calculated by gray space entities. The Disguiser lurking in Inners assisted a group of gray space entities in accumulating power. Their goal was the subsequent Abyss Current. It's not yet clear exactly how the Abyss Current was formed, or how it works, but so far, it appears to be an entrance to another plane, through which those gray space entities attempted to penetrate Domain 9. We have removed most of the gray space entities, but this can only delay their operation. We must close the Abyss Current to solve this crisis. However, we haven't found any effective solution.
The Abyss Current is a fairly common occurrence in Domain 9. It's a distorted space-time area caused by the powers of gray space entities. Usually, such a current would disappear on its own once the order is restored in the concerned space-time. A timestamp can be used to locate a relatively stable spot in the distorted space-time, which will be the starting point for settling the area. Conroe and I tried to close this Abyss Current with a timestamp, but the space-time distortion was so great that the timestamp did little.
I've assigned a team to study the Abyss Current under the Grand Sea. Once we have more information, we should be able to figure out how to close it. Lynn, take charge of the underwater abyss current. That's it for today. Miss Lon, I'd love to hear more about Domain 9.
Yes, I'll be on call at all times.
I really hope we can find a way soon to close the abyss current.
Dr. Clive and his team are working on it. We hope to hear good news soon. Until then, be patient and preserve your energy. I'm going to check on Ruby at the security force. Are you coming?
Ruby is with the security force?
Yes. When Shelly is busy, Saki helps with her care.
Let's go. Thank you for your service, Lynn. Has the undersea abyss current been taken care of?
Fiona and her team are closely monitoring the abyss current, and everything is still under control. How's Ruby doing?
She's doing great. That reminded me. Dr. Rubilia is also here. You two must have a lot to catch up on.
Rubilia. She's also here?
Yes, the doctor is currently free to carry out activities within a small area. This trip of hers is laid to my charge.
Can the doctor move about freely?
Yes, we've developed a jammer to help conceal the doctor's biosignal and cut off the hive consciousness she shares with Grayspace entities. However, we still need to observe whether the doctor, with the device on, can be affected by Ruby, who has the special features of Grayspace entities. In short, it has achieved the expected purpose. It interferes with the Hive Mother's ability to sense the doctor's presence or read her mind. The current situation is relatively stable, but we need to follow its development closely.
That's great.
Come on, let's go see Ruby. She didn't say anything, but we all know how much she misses you.
Rubilia. Excuse me. I need a word with Rubilia. Go see Ruby. I'll be right with you.
Ruby seems to be very fond of that doll.
After all, it was a gift from you. It's Ruby's best friend, and she calls it Dolly. This is probably Ruby's only memory of the past.
Is that so? I wish she could forget everything that has happened and grow up like other kids, happy and safe. Not just Ruby. I hope everyone could walk out of the dark shadow of Grayspace entities, and all tragedies would end here. I look forward to a bright future. In this regard, I haven't wavered or changed. No, not only that. My attitude, my pursuit, and the answer I'm dying to verify. None of these have changed.
I just can't imagine how you have been all these years. Do you sometimes regret such a choice?
We often regret the decisions we have made, when there could have been changes. We feel disappointed and helpless with the results, so we dream about another possibility. But burying your head in the sand doesn't help the situation. Having the Crystamax implanted and traveling to the confounding abyss are steps I must take. There is no other choice for me. Even if the hope is slim, this I must do. It's the only way. What would you do if you were me?
Wow, you were in Inners! That's amazing! Are there many houses made of shells under the sea? I'd love to live there with Lynn.
Once certain things over there are resolved, we will have opportunities to go together.
Deal. We pinky promise.
Yes, pinky promise.
I've been very good recently. Lynn, I promised you that I would take medicine, get checkups, go to bed on time, and eat less candy. And I have kept my word. Ah, is Lynn busy?
I'm back, Ruby.
Lynn!
How have you been? Any more nightmares?
Not at all. I haven't had any dreams recently. Actually, I slept through every night.
That's good. Have you grown taller?
Really? You think so? Very soon, I'll be as tall as Lynn, and I can go on operations with you.
You will make a great comrade, Ruby. I look forward to that day. Ruby, just a moment.
Sorry to interrupt your break, Lynn. We just received a message. The Abyss current has become even less stable. We need to figure out a plan as soon as possible.
Understood. We're on our way.
Lynn, when this is all over, let's visit Inners and stay in a shell house together.
Sounds like a plan. And we will stay as long as you like.
Yeah, I will be a good girl. Lynn, come back soon to get me.
I will. We have a deal. Executor, Shirley, time to go.